What is up, guys? I'm After T here. We are back with more of the Doki Doki Summertime mod. So there is more endings to come, and there's even a true ending to this game. Like how the original game did it. It's the same way with Summertime mod. You have to get all the CGs, which I guess we're gonna try and attempt that. But also we gotta just keep. Where we gotta start? We gotta start from here now. Because I don't think those last two choices, the first two choices, didn't really matter. So, I think the choices only matter towards the acronym game, which I'm gonna fucking hate. So, I'll be sure that I'm gonna edit in, or cut out some of the ones that we've already seen. Dialogue-wise. I guess depending on which one we get more between Yuri or Natsuki, will do. This is Natsuki. That's it for work. Okay, that's Yuri. Too many ingredients, probably Natsuki. Offensive magnetic grenade. 2 and 2. Vegan noodles. Post nursery gossip. Ah, that was freaking theory. Ah, shit. Solve for X? Okay, that's 3 and 3. Unsalted flamingo. Okay. And okay. That pretty much guarantees it's Natsuki that we're doing next. Alright, so guess it's Natsuki. Can't skip it though? I guess they all get different. The game concludes and Monica announces the winner. Looking around, I see Natsuki with a more vibrant expression than before. It went a lot better than I expected. Oh yeah, so it is different, because Sayori talked first. Okay. She seems to be the kind of person who's hard to approach, but becomes a lot more likable once she feels comfortable. I noticed her smirking a couple of times when I was stating my guesses. That could be part of this shift of tone. I wonder what she's like under those layers of snarkiness. So how did everyone like it? I liked it more than Hang. Oh my god, not that again. I can see the creative potential in it. Monica looks at me expectantly. Oh yeah, now this skips. Oh, okay. Was she saying sure to? Does anyone want round 2? Sure. I don't think that matters. Yeah, but not today. Okay, then. Oh, so just Natsuki would want to do round 2. Pouts with a disappointed look in her eyes. Yuri starts up a conversation with Monica and Sayori about some books they read during the school year. I listen in, but have literally, pretty sure literally, nothing to contribute. Natsuki seems to be just as quiet as me. That reminds me, did I hear her say she likes manga? I know I've got a perfect opener. Oh yeah, wasn't this was like at the very like towards the middle of when I was doing the Sayori's route. Now it's at the beginning. What is it? Is manga literature? I think I should be able to skip this though, but I guess because this is on a different day it's happening, I can't. Here's an idea. Why don't we all go to the cafe? There's one I'd like to visit nearby. Wait, is this different? Do they have cookies? what's wrong? I'd love to, but I promised Mom. Oh, right. I'm not sure. I'm sure Natsuki going to come back. Come on, Sayori. Let's go and delete all those cookies. Oh my god. Yeah, see you next time, Mikey. With that, I'm left alone. Okay, then. She's not home yet, so I just put it down in the living room and go back to my lair. It almost feels strange to sit down in front of a screen after socializing all day. And it's not over yet. I got an email address and an excuse to write down a message to a girl I just met. How many bases is that? Same thing. Well, we didn't ask her if she had any pets, so let's try and ask that and see what it says. I noticed you're very fond of animals in general. Do you have any pets at home? Yeah, I've got a cat. His name is Seem, and he's really cute. Her tone was full of enthusiasm when she started her sentence. Now she's noticeably struggling to find the right word to express herself. Curious, yeah. He's probably really cute too. Oh gosh, did I really just imply that she is too? You better not be thinking what I think you're thinking. I don't like it when people call me cute. I'm just as much of a woman as all the other girls. Crosses her arms, looks away, and starts pouting. A minute of silence passes as I observe her mature body language. So, what does your cat look like? Is he like a fur ball? A little football? Hold on. She gets her phone out and starts browsing photos from what I can tell. While looking for the right one, she mutters to herself under her breath. There he is! She shows me a picture of a cat. He's got short, mostly white hair, a skinny body, and spots on his head that make him look like he has big, angry eyebrows. I can't decide if I'd get bitten or cuddled if I tried petting him. Judging by his owner, possibly both. I can't wait for him to come back. Why? He's a young male cat. He goes away all the time. Of course he comes back to get fed. That adorable little bastard. Boys will be boys, I guess. I decide it's better not to try to convince her that I'm not like the other boys. Also, I realize how silly I would sound if I tried to prove I'm better than a cat. Which I am. Coming back to my den, I accidentally knock over my bag that had my manga in it from yesterday. I take the first volume in my hand and open it. Flipping through the pages, I recall Natsuki's reaction to some of the funnier moments. Recalling yesterday's events, I remember Natsuki telling me about them having another meeting today. Would it be okay if I joined them? I have Sayori's number, so I'll text her and ask about it, just so I'm not coming unannounced. Sayori, I heard you were having a meeting today as well. Would it be fine if I joined you all again? Her reply arrives a minute later. Yeah. See you at the park, same park, Mikey. Well, at least one of them doesn't mind me being there. That's a good start, I guess. Wonder what the other girls will be like. Maybe Monica will have another game of mine. Sadly, no. Maybe Natsuki made cupcakes again, and there will be someone for me. Maybe Yuri, you know, has nice clothes on. Oh. Hi, everyone. Hi. Hello there. Hi, Mikey. I knew it would be just a matter of time before you showed up. Am I really that predictable, or how did you... Oh, Sayori told you I'm coming, right? She gives me a perplexed look, turns to Sayori, then back to me. Haha. Yeah, she did. Now both of them look confused. There's probably something here that I'm not noticing. I look around, but see that Natsuki's nowhere to be seen. That might be it. Oh, where the hell is she? Anyway, where was I? Monica? Yes, Mikey? Don't take this the wrong way, but wasn't Natsuki supposed to be here? No, not after yesterday. I mean, not after what she told me yesterday. That being Monica? She said she can't join us because she has to stay at home to do housework. Yet again. God damn it. Could it be for a similar reason as during the school year? Possibly. I don't want to assume anything, but let's just say it wouldn't be out of character for her to snap and get into trouble. I don't know Natsuki well enough to judge her character, but is she really that much of a troublemaker? Do you think she didn't join us because of something she did? No? Well, maybe. She's sometimes a little mean to us. I think I get it. We all have those days. But it's not cyclical for her at all. I don't think you're looking for the reason in the right place, Sayori. I don't think. I'm just trying to feel it out, you know? At least she never acted up in the club like I saw her do with some of the boys. Oh. Can you really blame her for it? I personally empathize with her when it comes to rude comments the boys make at our school. However, I do draw the line in violence. Oh. A few times during moderately heated arguments, I was afraid she would try to hurt me. Luckily, it never came to that, right? No, not yet. Anyway. Mikey, do you have any obligation? Oh, okay, we can skip this. I am jolted back to reality by a dog's barking as it runs past me. I turn around to see it, and I spot Sayori playing around with the brown fur ball. I notice a lively but distinctly calm temper, just sitting on the ground, looking with curious puppy eyes at all the people around. I want to go there and ruffle that scruffy hair. The dog is cute too, I guess. Talk about Sayori. Hey, am I allowed to give a pat on the head? Huh? Sure. She's very open and friendly. I lean down and pat her head lightly. What are you doing? I'm not a dog. But I get why they like it so much. You two seem to be in tune with each other. Did it say anything nice to you? Woof woof! But I'm paraphrasing? Paraphrasing, my bad. But I'm paraphrasing. She gets a chuckle out of me. For as long as I've known her, she always had that ability, regardless of how upset I was. There was this one time when she was over at our house and I asked her what's the time. We had an old radio in the living room back then. She read the display and said, "It's 76.2 FM. I couldn't talk because I was laughing so hard. I teased her for at least a week for it. But she figured out it stops being funny when she looks at me with sad puppy eyes. Mikey, do you think I should ask my parents for a dog? They're like the perfect companions. I would walk him, feed him, teach him tricks, cuddle with him, and walk him. That's a pretty big responsibility, you know. Besides, what happened to your cat? You mean Muffin? Well, he just leaped out my window one day and never came back. Never even saw him anywhere in the city. Oh, God. Do you think he could have started a new life with a new identity? Maybe he got in trouble with a local cat gang. Oh my god. Maybe he was secretly a cat burglar. Cat and roamed the city burglaring burglaries. What the hell? There are no cat gangs, Sayori. Just because you haven't seen them, it doesn't mean they don't exist. Cats are very sneaky, you know. While we were arguing about the possibility of a feline crime syndicate, the little dog rushed away. Clearly, our subject was appalling. Wait, the petting isn't done yet. Sayori starts running after her new four-legged friend, but gives up when she notices it's running back to its owner, an older man. Finished with their conversation, Monica comes up to me with the same confidence everybody admires her for. Oh, it's the same thing. Okay, skip time. Alright, so we went with all Sayori on this one now. I think that might be something we might need to do for CG. Her last one. Because I think they have 2 each. So. Would you like to have another go at it? Yes! Oh, God. Okay, well, I guess it's every time whoever side you pick on, they want to play it again. Some of these were the same. Oh, okay. I wasn't talking for a while, but then I was reading through all this. So, she came up with an excuse to go home with me, as she says that she forgot to do something at home. So this one's totally different. Would you like me to go with you? Yes! I mean, you don't have to. It's something I have to do alone. Wouldn't mind telling me what's the emergency all of a sudden? Girl stuff, don't ask. My eyes make a circular motion as I retort. This does sound like some lame excuse, but I don't want to press her about it since we've been rather distant over the last year. Okay, are you ready to go? I'll just say bye to the girls so we can go. Okay, I've seen that. If I don't laugh, you lose. Are they playing like a different... Are they doing something different in the dialogue on the bus now? That's what it seems like. Yeah, it definitely is. There were 10 cats on a boat and one jumped. How many were left? 9. Oh my god. Oh. Wrong! None, because the rest were copycats. Dang, she got me. I tried to hold back my laughter, which resulted in my face contorting. I won! That's the face of a happy loser. Hey, Sayori, look there. What is the... I wanted to poke her on the nose after she turned back, but her eyes got fixated on something outside. That's our park! I look out the window. We just passed the place we used to visit as kids all the time. Remember how much time we spent there together? Looking back at her, I see a childlike yearning for adventure. All this brings back memories of the fun times we had together. And she could still make my day so much better than I expected it to go. I'm going to thank her for this. In fact, I think I know a way to pay back the favor. I didn't know there's a Sayori CG right there. So the things we had to talk about. We had so many adventures together since the day we met. Oh, it's the same thing as like before, the other time. Which one did we not say before? I think it was this one. It's because I care about what happens to you. Just one more year and we're out of high school. Yeah. It's funny how time flies by. You look away for what seems like a moment and it's all gone. That's so typical of her. thinking of her tummy even when talking about such a serious subject. But I feel the need to bring this conversation back on track. Why can't I do the... Life isn't all fun and games, Sayori. I'm really worried about how you're going to handle life after high school. Getting okay grades and reading books isn't all you'll need, you know? Don't worry about me, okay? I only want to see smiles on your face today. You're not wrangling yourself out of this time, Sayori. I know it's been only a few days since we started talking again, but I've been thinking about this since Sunday. I know I'm not one to talk about taking responsibility, but you seem to be way more concerned with other people's lives than your own. At least your parents are giving you guidance, right? Oh. Sayori. Yeah, sure, they do. They sometimes give me tips. That didn't sound too convincing. Is she hiding something? Maybe it's because she never talked much about such serious subjects. At least, not with me. I did talk about these things with Monica. You know, she's not just a great president, but a great friend, too. She likes to give out writing tips to support everyone in improving their skills. One time she saw me when I wasn't okay. Ever since that, she occasionally checks up on me. She even promised to keep in touch once she goes to law school. How about you, Mikey? Yeah, I guess we could try to keep in touch after high school. Even if there's no telling where we'll end up for college or after that, I can at least try. It's not like we have to meet face to face in this day and age. Eh? I was asking about your plans. Oof. But it would make me happy if you tried. I don't think you realize it, but you're always thinking about other people. Even after all these years. I don't really do this kind of thing all the time. I guess when it comes to you, it just feels natural. Same shit there. Fighting against the current. Sayori is pulling on my shirt sleeve. What? Captain, wake up! We're on land! Okay, that's different. I look over to Sayori and she's got that playful expression on her face that I remember so fondly from our childhood. Lieutenant Sayori reporting for booty. Say booty. You're supposed to say report for duty. But I'm a pirate, so I want booty. You're a freak. Har har har. I let out a chuckle at Sayori's childish play pretend. Putting one arm over her shoulders, I motion her towards the calmly flowing river. Here's an idea. Remember what we used to collect when we were here as kids? River pearls! Yeah, that's what you called them. Want to go and look for some nicely shaped river pebbles? I'm sure if you don't go overboard with them, your parents won't mind. Ooh, I want to find one that's shaped like a dinosaur. A dinosaur? Why a dinosaur? That's a bit unlikely, don't you think? How would you know? Are you a river researcher? A pebbleographer? A pearlologist? That's what I thought. I'm gonna find one that's shaped like a Nipinosaurus. What? Is that even a real dinosaur name? I don't know, but I'm gonna find that pebble anyway. Oh man. After taking off our shoes, we begin our search for the fabled dinosaur-shaped pebble in the shallows of the river. Just for the sake of safety, we leave our phones in our shoes. This is just another reminder how much things have changed. Although I feel a bit silly doing this, it brings back so many memories of the times we used to explore our city. Sometimes my parents accompanied us, but many times it was just the same, just the two of us, my bad. There was this old tree that we tried climbing at least a dozen times. I only managed to do it on a couple of occasions. However, Sayori was only able to climb it up once. Even then, that was just because I gave her a helping hand. That one time we stayed... Okay, this is not important. Do you see what I see? Oh look, she actually has a pebble in her hand. She's holding up a black pebble that's almost perfectly shaped like an egg. See, I told you I'll find one that's shaped like a dinosaur. That just looks like an egg. No, silly, it looks like a dinosaur egg. Since I don't want to be called out on not being a dinosaur expert, I assume she's probably right. You happy with the booty, Lieutenant? Yes. I'm gonna treasure it. Make a nest for it. Keep it warm until it hatches. Then I'm gonna be a dinosaur riding pirate of the Caribbean. Is that supposed to be a reference or something? Maybe. Maybe not. It's obvious, Sayori. Pirates of the Caribbean reference. Alright, keep your secrets. Before you came along, I was very well thought of. Never had any adventures or did anything unexpected. Eh? What's that supposed to mean? Sayori, I'm glad you're back. So am I, Mikey. So am I. The air seems to be suddenly heavy between us. I almost have the feeling of awkwardness, but this is something different. I break the silence and stop it before I make her feel bad. Hey, why don't we take that egg of yours home? Okay. Okay, this should be... Her expression changed again. Wait, there's something I wanted to tell you. Did she do this? Mikey, there's something I wanted to tell you. Sure, go on. Well, I just wanted to say thanks for going out for me today. God damn it. In other words, she gives me a hug and holds me for a few seconds. It has been a long time since I hugged her like this, and it feels different, but in a good way. Don't mention it. I think we both had fun today. Yeah, I'll see you. Wait, I didn't check my phone. She hurriedly pulls out her phone from her pocket, fumbles his message sent to her. I want to go get ice cream. It's the... She's, like, asking us to go this time. Okay, I think this should be enough for Natsuki. Yep. Natsuki's face tells me she had fun, too. Her usual tense look is replaced by a much happier expression. Just like on Monday, she chuckled a few times when I announced my guesses. It's really encouraging to see I can bring a smile even to her face. That was a ton of fun. Sayori seems like she was kind of bored when we finished. Did she get upset because she didn't win the game? It's not like this game determines anything important. Can I ask you something, Monica? Of course you can. How'd you come up with this game? Oh, so she asked. Natsuki asked how she came up with the game instead of Sayori. Oh look, that Paul. Did you know Paul actually stands for Parents Are Watching? Really? I didn't. Oh, this? About that. There's something else in mind, Sayori? I want to go shopping for clothes. If we discussed it. Go with you, right, girls? Shopping, Monica? Really? Monica looks over to me, but I doubt it's because she needs my advice. She turns back to Sayori after a few seconds of what I assume to be thinking. Would it be okay if you... Be okay with you if you went without us? I was hoping Mikey could come with me. Oh. She still asks us to come with her, huh? Browse clothes for hours? He had like a very kind of negative response, it seemed like. That's mean, Mikey. I'm really not in the mood for it. Oh. Cheer up, Sayori. Maybe on another week. Weird. I was just about to say that. Until then, just focus on those happy thoughts. Fine. I guess I'll just leave then. The other girls barely have a chance to say goodbye to Sayori, before she walks away. As she turned away, I think I saw her smile turn into a frown for a split second. Oh no. So how about everyone else? It's a lovely cafe I thought of going to. We could say that's my spot. I feel like this is the same one? I don't know though. Okay, this one's different though. Natsuki on the bus. We went with public transport and I asked Natsuki if I could sit next to her. Huh? Why can't you find a different spot, dummy? Whatever, just sit down and shut up. We continued our journey in silence as I didn't care or dare to speak up again. She's looking out the window with her arms folded loosely. I'm sure she wouldn't like to hear it, but she looks so cute with her pouty lips. Natsuki? Yeah. Someone's tapping on my shoulder. We have reached our destination. It's just a stone's throw away now. Okay, so I guess we're at the cafe now? Okay. I hold the door open for the girls to enter the cafe. Natsuki's first, then Yuri, with Monica following them. As she enters the doorway, Monica looks me in the eye. What a gentleman! Natsuki stops in her tracks and starts looking around. Wow, Monica, this place is awesome. How did you find it? I was just walking around and wanted a cup of coffee. This was the first cafe and I saw and instantly fell in love with it. No kidding, it's really fancy. Is their goods are just as good? Oh, if their goods are just as good, it's a perfect fit for you. You'll see. Come on, let's order something. I'm sure you'll love their selection. I can't wait. Decorations and furniture are really top-notch, but that gives me the impression that the shop is... We approach the display filled with handcrafted cakes and other pastries, above which there's a big board with all the prices. Well, my impression is confirmed. If my wallet was alive, it would scream in horror at the numbers in front of us. How does Monica afford this? The cogs start turning in my head as I process the possibilities of Monica regularly visiting such an establishment. Does she have a rich family? Does she work outside of school? Does she have the many guys taking her on dates? Those cupcakes are so cute. Damn it. Natsuki's eyes are fixated upon a pair of cupcakes that have animal faces drawn on them with icing. Curious little cupcakes, aren't they? Shut it! While the two girls are examining all the delicacies, In the display, Monica is ordering the 3 drinks. With honey, please. What are you getting for yourself, Monica? A black Americano with sugar. That's how I like it. Sweet and dark. Really now. I feel like there's a reference somewhere in there. I decide to let it go, but because I demoralize myself enough just by thinking about the price I have to pay. What should I get? What can I get? I remember one of them, the espresso, which is a shot of coffee. Not planning to take any shots today, though. Paying together? Can feel Monica staring at me before looking over to confirm it. Look at the look in her eyes. It's different. I don't know. We might have a gentleman among us. Oh, God. Yep. Look at these face expressions he's making. It's just a few cups of coffee, Mikey. So... Okay, Monica. You'll be my guest. Another time. She lets out an amused chuckle and lightly shoves my shoulder. You're so cheeky. But I will hold you to your word. I don't like that smile though. I'm about to pay when the cashier reassures me that I can go join the girls at the table. I assume I'll pay when we're done. We go and look the other 2 girls who have taken their seats at the table and are engaged in conversation. I recognize Natsuki's voice sooner than I actually saw the 2 of them. She sounds very enthusiastic, but not in a happy way. Oh. They barely glance over at us as we sit down in front of them. And he just happens to have a legendary uncle? But wait, it gets better. They built the machine in a few weeks and it works on the first try. Then he convinces the gang that they live in a false reality. In 10 minutes. I should even mention suspension of disbelief at this point. Look at Yuri's face. Never seen her that angry. Guess what the genius does next? He asks the gang to help him with fixing the invention he created with the legendary uncle, despite the others not having any about all that technical stuff. Yuri softly face palms. Is the protagonist likable at the very least? If by likable you mean not cringy, then no. He constantly stumbles on his words and treats normal high school girls as goddesses. He might as well be called Mr. Otaku. What's an otaku, Natsuki? Should I be considerate? Natsuki looks at me, and with a supreme amount of snarkiness. Nah. Now don't get too carried away with that description. An otaku is basically a guy who's obsessed with anime culture to an unhealthy degree. But you're anime characters. They are usually total shut-ins and fantasize about one of the fictional girls being their wife. Fantasizing about fictional characters? That's so embarrassing. Would you such... Yuri? Do you do that with something too? Do you imagine one of those fictional characters being your husband? Or wife if you go that way? Ladies and gentlemen, this is what secondhand embarrassment looks like. Is there a story you would recommend to us? Well, there's Well, there was this one that left me with mixed feelings. It wasn't bad, but I didn't get this thing between two of the girls. One of them had some sort of illness, and the other girl often came over to take care of her, whatever. Then they started falling for each other. I was like, what the heck? What am I reading? That sounds like a physiological trope I read about called the Florence Nightingale effect. I don't know. I personally find such explorations of the human mind fascinating. Okay, brain touring aside, why did it have to be two girls? I don't see anything wrong with that. I find myself nodding along to Monika's statement. Ugh, gross. Wow. She's apparently against a gender liking the same gender. Okay. That's not right. Speaking of the deeper reaches of the human psyche, or whatever that was, I believe a romantic novel meshed with psychological horror elements would be an exhilarating read. Yuri, cut it out! Don't worry, I believe I understand your disinterest in the topic. After all, you put your standards lower, so you can reach them, correct? What's that? You gotta come down from your ivy towers so the normal people can hear you too. At least my back is straight and not curved at a convenient spot. That's a medical condition, you know that. And not being tall is a choice? Dummy. Anyway, let me tell you about a fanfic that I personally really enjoyed. Oh my god. It's titled After Story. The girls continue to chat about these stories they read online, as I'm just sitting here contemplating about this new superhero game I'm going to play. Suddenly I hear somebody snapping their fingers in front of my face. Oh. Yo, this isn't the napping club. Huh? What do you mean? You spaced out for like 20 minutes. Oh. That's long even for my standards. But hey, at least I wasn't overthinking social interactions with the girls around me like a character in some Pat fanfic. Besides, planning strategies for my in-game champion has a use other than keeping my mind busy. Does our school have a napping club? No, dummy. We were just talking about clubs in general. So what a... Oh god, I accidentally hit space like a dummy. So what I wanted to say is, what I do believe that Todd guy from the chess club has a bright future ahead of him. I know he's a little nerdy, but I can imagine him becoming the face of some sort of tech company one day. I don't know about that. I'm just glad he's not like those douchebags in the sports club. Not to brag, but I saved this damsel from those brutes a couple of times. Natsuki pokes Yuri on the shoulder as she says that. She rolls her eyes in response. They would have left after a while anyway. Shush, you're welcome. Hey, Monica. How about you, Mikey? Which club were you a member of in school? Oh no. If I admit that I wasn't a member of any club, they'll probably think I'm some sort of weird loner. Yeah, maybe I am a bit, but I don't want them to know that. Well, I was debating with myself whether I should join the debate club. Oh. These are the reactions I'm looking for. Especially Monica's, since she was part of the debate club. But then I saw the animated expressions of the guys in the anime club. I should let them go about their business. Just let the conversation move along without me. Meanwhile, Sayori invited me to the literature club. I think we know how that turned out. Yeah, it turned out great. A fun club with no creepy weirdos. Oh. Natsuki! So there weren't any clubs that interested you? Well, yeah. I bet if our club was about something else, you would have leaped at the chance to join. Wouldn't that mean the literature club would have never existed? What if the literature club never existed? Oh god. Natsuki rolls her eyes in response to Yuri's attempt at changing the tone of the conversation. To be honest, I can't imagine myself in any other club. Thinking back to it, I have a feeling that I was supposed to join this club. Like there was no alternative. Yeah, same. It's pretty weird. Perhaps our fate is already predetermined, and we are merely acting it all out. Like it was all been scripted for us. Ladies and gentlemen, Yuri, the fourth wall breaker. And Monica laughs. Yuri, cut it out. Oh, I'm sorry. I was rambling again, wasn't I? Anyway, it was fun to hang out together. Monica slowly stands up from her seat. Unfortunately, I have to go and tend to some other obligations I have for today. See you all on Sunday. Alright, laters. Monica starts heading towards the exit, and I notice Natsuki shifting in her seat. It was a fun day. Even Mikey managed to not be an annoying weirdo today. Wow, a compliment wrapped in an insult. In response, I fold my arms across my chest and pout at her. But I should go home now. Don't want to make my dad upset by being away for too long. Understandable. Maybe one of these days you could come over and visit. Your mom is really cool, so that would be awesome for sure. Mikey, you don't mind if I go home as well, right? Sure, that's fine. I pause for a moment before I take a few steps towards Natsuki. Natsuki? Yeah? I just wanted to ask you if... I'm hesitant to ask this, but realizing I'm probably not in reach of her punches, I gain the necessary bit of courage. Spit it out already. I don't have all day. Would it be okay if I walked you home? You know, like on... Yeah, whatever. Ugh. Despite her grouchy attitude, I feel a hint of warmth in her voice, as if to say she was secretly expecting me to ask that. Goddamn. The three of us leave the cafe and we say goodbye to Yuri. So are we taking the bus this time? Don't you remember where I live? I wouldn't want to walk all the way home from here, dummy. I get tired and you wouldn't want to carry me home, right? I can feel a smile creeping on my face as the image of me carrying Natsuki in my arms materializes. Actually, don't answer that. Anything you say, Nat. If you have to give me a nickname, at least make an effort, dummy. Okay, then. How about Nat-Chan? She's pouting. Maybe I shouldn't have been so bold. I like it. I like how the name changed to Nat-Chan. Just don't say it in front of the other girls. We board a bus and she's more welcoming to me when I sit down next to her. It still says Nat-Chan. Don't come with the full stomach on Sunday. I'm baking cupcakes again, and you won't want to miss out on them. Wow, that's great. What's the special occasion that made you consider baking them? Well, I just felt like it. Just be happy I'm making enough so it will be enough for everybody this time. I'm looking forward to it, Nat-Chan. As you should. The bus stop wasn't far from her house, so we didn't have the opportunity to talk as much as I was hoping for. That reminds me, looking over at Natsuki, the things comes to my mind. Quality over quantity. I'm really starting to like this girl, and I don't think any less of her because of her figure. I pay you back the favor from Monday, but I don't want to risk inviting you in. My dad usually arrives around this time, and he's an irritable bastard. I wouldn't speak to my dad in that way. I wonder why she has such a bad opinion about her father. Is something wrong between you two? I really want to talk about it. Maybe some other time. Just don't become a douchebag, okay? I put my hand on her shoulder without thinking about it and try to reassure her of my good character. I won't. You can count on me. Whatever happens, I'll be good. I'll be good to you, okay? Okay. I believe you. I believe you for now. Now bugger off. Now bugger off before he comes home and sees you. Take care, Nat-Chan. You too, Mikey.